Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? My name is Russ Leteau. I'm the founder of the Healing Center and Convergence Reiki. Our website is www.healingcenter.ca, and that's center spelled CENTER.ca. Our workshop's website is www.convergencereiki.com. Thanks for joining me. This show is 10 minutes long. Actually, it's just a shade under 10 minutes long, and in each one of these shows, what my desire is to share one practical tip that you can apply tomorrow as it relates to what is commonly known as a law of attraction. We like to call it, and our workshop series is actually titled this, is creating your world from the inside out. And really that's the essence of what we do. Is not only is it kind of really cool a byline, it's actually factual. We really do create our world from the inside out. I create my world from the inside out. I don't create your world. I create my world from the inside out. And the more I've studied this, everywhere from the spiritual, if you will, side to the scientific, and blended, and kind of everywhere in between, more and more and more, the one is validating the other. And it's really kind of neat in that many of the, I'm going to say, I'll say ancient, if you will, scriptures and texts and different things like that, they talk about different things like this, and they may use different language, but essentially they're saying the same thing. What's really neat is science, and I mean it's not even new science. I mean it's been around for a long time, but more and more as they explore and they develop, different technologies and things like this, they are beginning to validate as well, even more, that yes, we literally do create our world from the inside out. So my desire is to give you one tip tonight. Now, why is it just 10 minutes and why is it just one tip? Because, and you're probably aware of this, we are in an informationally saturated society. And so if you go on the internet and you type in, anything related to manifesting or law of attraction or whatever it may be, you're going to find hundreds of thousands of responses, and there's just tons and tons of information and workshops and different things like that. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that, and I'm speaking, looking in the mirror at myself at the same time, is that it's seductively easy to kind of just keep looking for more information without really applying the information we already have. And it's all about application. I mean, all the information in the world is wonderful, but if you don't apply it, it's almost like I don't want to say it's dead, but it's potential, right? It's like potential energy. It's like a battery. But until you put a load on the battery, i.e. a light bulb, that takes this potential energy and converts it into something you can experience, i.e. the light bulb lighting up, it's just potential. And that's what information is. Until it becomes an experience, it's just potential. When you experience it, when you practice it, that's when it becomes real for you. Okay? So the tip I want to share tonight, I want you to draw a picture in your mind. And it's a picture of a football field. All right, so picture a football field. A football field has two end zones. Okay? So in one end zone, I'm going to say is your external experience. And when I say that, what I mean is our external world, right? So that world we create with our five senses. All right, we see around us, the environment, that type of thing. At the other end, or the other end zone, is you. Now, you is actually the one who's listening or watching, depending on which media you're looking at, this information that I'm sharing with you. It's not your thoughts, it's not your external circumstances, it's you. It's that place inside us that is at perfect peace, perfect stillness all the time. It's the you that is really you, unchangeable. Okay? Some, you could just call it your soul, you could call it spirit, that type of thing. So one end zone are external circumstances, the other end zone is you. Now everything in between that, I will call the field of play. There are two factors in that field of play. One is thoughts, and the other is emotions. All right, now both of those First of all, they are not rooted in the external world, yes? I mean, our thoughts are in our head and our emotions are within us, right? And even though it may not appear that way and you may disagree with me, we are the ones that are in control of our thoughts and our emotions. At least sometimes. Or at least we think we are sometimes. And then there's other times, right, when our external, right, the other end of the end zone is, I mean, it's a mess. And so we go, well, there's no way I am in charge of my thoughts and my emotions. Look at this, this pile of muck that I'm in. How can I may not enjoy the thoughts that are going through my head and the emotions that I'm feeling, but I'm not, geez, how am I supposed to just kind of choose something different? That's one of the keys that we're going to talk about. The field of play, right? In that field of play is the thoughts and the emotions. And whoever controls that field of play holds the power. So think about this. One end of the end zone is you. Other end of the end zone is your external experience, this external environment. And then in the middle is the thoughts and the emotions. See, and for me, this is why meditation, which for us meditation is more a state of awareness than it is something that you do. And so I want you to think about this. The next time you're in an experience, and you're in them all the time, I want you to think about this. There's an external, there's the thoughts, and there's the emotions. And whoever controls that field of play, in one of our charts I've actually listed it as a battlefield, which is kind of quite accurate actually. Whoever controls that holds the power. If you allow your external environment to dictate your thoughts and your emotions, then it has the power. And what do we feel? Powerless. If we control those thoughts and those emotions, then we hold the power. It's not magic. It's actually very simple, but it's not easy. It takes work, and that's where all these other tools, and many of the tools that you've learned, and as I said, meditation is so important, because we really can choose. Now, it doesn't mean that we won't ever feel emotions that we would find unpleasant, or we think thoughts, that internal dialogue that we would find unpleasant. The key is what we do with them. And we teach many techniques. Maybe you have some techniques that you can use to help you release those emotions. But I want you to think about this. Just even if you keep this in your mind, so tomorrow, the day after that, just take note of those three components. Your external, the thoughts that you're thinking, and the emotions that you're feeling. And know this, you are in control of the thoughts and the emotions, at least when you choose to be, right? That's the field of play. Is your external experience dictating those, or are you working through managing and choosing those? It is possible. It's entirely possible. It's actually the natural way of doing things. We've just been taught something different. So I want you to think about that. And as I said, there's many, many tools. But in every experience, whoever controls the field of play, and in the field of play are our thoughts and our emotions. Whoever controls that holds the power. And you can hold the power. You can win that game. It's very simple. It's not always easy. But if you get nothing else from this other than knowing that it is possible, everything begins with stepping into the possibility that it may be possible. You've made a huge step. My name is Russ Latow. I'm the founder of the Healing Center and Convergence Reiki. You can visit our website, www.healingcenter.ca. Thanks for taking this short period of time to listen to me, and we'll see you next time. All right, have a good night.